Good evening, my true crime aficionados. I hope you all are doing well out there this evening, taking care of yourself, willing to say something if you see something. Chacha and I have just been hanging out here today, having a day. I'm having a nice cup of coffee with my cup of crime. This is in reference to Stephanie Harlow, which is a program I love dearly. She has been to Colorado, but she has collaborated with another Colorado crime follower. But here's my cup. And that whole cup thing has just been a major pain in the ass. I went ahead and I shut up the Shopify store thinking, okay, fine. If you're interested, you can go here. I'm trying to just basically get the product out there so people can see it, know what I'm trying to do, and thinking that my store is set up. So I go ahead and I get the video out there showing you the cups I've made. And then I go in and I look at my shop. No, this needs to be fixed and updated. Update that, look again, don't get any email, like check back later. I mean, I went through the same process like 4 times. My Shopify store is up, but something is wrong with Google. These are original cups I designed and made myself with my own logo, and apparently there's something wrong with it, and that's what I'm trying to figure out now. So I do have a Pinterest button. The cups are $20. I'm working on making some mugs now, and these are just excellent quality. I just really love this cup. I have some for those who are not so um, driven by the dark as I am, because I've got the Barbie with the crying eyes, or the crying eyes doll, and the skulls, which I dearly love. But anyway, I think the store is up and running now. So if you looked, I deeply appreciate you taking the time out to check it out. If you're interested in purchasing, of course, the product is going to be there now. Hopefully, you'll take a chance and look. I'm excited to see what happens. And I want to get back onto the true reason that we are here, true crime, for true crime aficionados. And this story is particularly creepy because the whole Adam thing, and America's Most Wanted, have that unfolded. It was at a mall. And I think in this instance here, this could really have been a burgeoning group of people to be attacking on a very physical, mental, all level basis of little people. And so there's two victims at this time that are in question when they're very young, like 2 and 3. So this gentleman is working at a store in the mall, and I believe it was a jeans store, and it was in a Texas mall called the Galleria. And he had a couple of friends that worked in the store as well, and they had children. One got called in to work for a couple hours on her day off. So she brought the child in to work with her. He comes by and he's like, hey, what's happening? What's going on? Oh, you got your kid? I'll be happy to watch your kid for you. No problem. If you're only going to be here for a couple hours, I can take the time out to do that for you, and then you don't have to worry. Okay, fine. So then he proceeds to take the child. Supposedly, this is all alleged right now because this is unfolding. Allegedly goes into one of the bathrooms there and continues the most heinous, heinous situation on this baby. And the baby, of course, is crying, please don't, turning its head away, trying to get away, getting, violently made to do what they want this child to do. And during this whole time, it's being filmed, and allegedly there's multiple people in this room. Now you can hear, see the arm, or you can see the appendages of the male adult appendages showing in the video, and how they're being utilized on the victims and in the way that they're being utilized. And you can go into the court document and see the complaint that was filed, which is absolutely horrific. And I think had it not got stopped now, who knows how long it's been taking on. So the second victim, of course, ends up in the mall. And again, it's like a situation of, hey, let me go and take the baby around. We'll just go for a walk around the mall and then we'll be back. Well, that was probably the most sinister walk in the world that kid ever had. So finally, somebody calls this in to a child hotline that these videos exist because apparently they're being posted on a dark web. And you do have to have a website password keyword to get into this dark web. And I'm sure they're charging you the narrow, lots of moolah for all of that craziness and illicit affair activity. So then somebody rings the bell on it, calls it out. They do an investigation. They find out what's up. They go into it and they look and they take what they call sanitized pictures of this horrific video on what's happened to these children. And they approach somebody and they're like, "Hey, do you know who this kid is?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's my kid or that's my nephew." And yeah, do you maybe recognize this jewelry? Have you ever seen it? Because as I said, you'd only see like an arm or a pair of shoes or naked bottom of the legs or the appendage area of these people that are in the room. And I believe there were like six males. And so they're like, "Oh, you know what? That's my friend Hector. I think that's Hector. I know Hector." And they're like, "Wow." So then they go into the Instagram account of this friend and they find Hector out there and they're like, "We do believe that's Hector." So they go out there and they pick Hector up and they arrest him. And they were able to link the activities going back to, I think like March and April of 2022. And then they went in and they picked him up in 2023. And as I said, he was a former employee of the Houston Galleria, one of at least seven individuals who allegedly appeared on camera in four disturbing videos initially flagged by an Australian anti-child exploitation government agency. The short clips in which Fernandez and one of the two others allegedly hurt these children all over originally appeared on the dark web. One of the small boys appeared to be in a public restroom while he was on a changing table, because I said they're young babies. The other boy appeared in three videos. So they would use the guise of, getting you out there and taking you around and then abusing you in their own fashion because they could get away with it. So, like I said, this is all allegedly unfolding right now, and we'll have to see what happens. But it kind of reminds me of a video that I watched. It was just a little snippet. They have shorts on YouTube. And they're like, Cardi B's mom was really strict to her with her because her name was Balcalis, and they're like, how was she so strict with her? Well, she would never let Cardi B go spend the night at somebody else's house. Mm-hmm. That's being rough and tough and mean? I don't think so. I think that's being rough and tough and safe. I didn't let my kids do a lot of things. They were almost teenagers before they got to play in the front yard. So anyway, now you only have to worry about somebody doing that to you. I mean, there's people out there using their video cameras, taking pictures of their phone with their cell phones, doing whatever. And I don't know if you heard about the Etsy scandal where certain pictures were, being listed and selling at ridiculously high prices. So they wonder if there isn't some type of scandal activity behind there or what's going on with that. I don't know, guys. There's nothing new on this earth, and we know that that type of thing has been happening for a long time. What it would be new is how they're going about doing this, and again, the dark web coming into play on it. With that being said, keep your loved ones safe. Thank you for all my channel growth. I hope you will give this a thumbs up, like, share, so I can get some more watched hours in and get this thing up and moving. I think I got my thing fixed here. I want it like a little on the clues part. Maybe so much, maybe not. And then the little lights are really cool, but it has to be really dark for them to show, for you to be able to read the letters. Otherwise, it just looks like a big dark blurb of lights in the dark. But hopefully it'll work for right now. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you much for helping me support my channel. I hope you will think about purchasing one of my Trues, Clues, Crimes cups. If you have any suggestions on cups, I'm just trying to put about 5 or 6 designs out there at a time. I would love to hear from you if you do. I'll catch you on the next episode. Y'all stay safe. Take care. Love you all.